Hi, my name is David Cohen. I'm the Senior Marketing Director for Silicon Motion, and I have a pretty long background in Wi-Fi and wireless. I'm a co-founder of the Wi-Fi Alliance, and I've worked for various chip and systems companies for quite a few years. Came to Silicon Motion about 3 years ago to work on a new IoT program, doing new wireless silicon in the IoT space and figuring out the right strategy and the right technologies that we want to do to take to enter the IoT market successfully. IoT is extremely broad. It's a giant umbrella of really many different things in industrial, industrial internet and, commercial and consumer, right? Some of the things that we're looking at near term are really in the consumer space. So we're looking at some really cool applications like smart door locks, where you can, with your phone, you can open or close your door lock. You won't even need your house key anymore. You can check your door lock from outside the house, whether you're in the office or anywhere around the world. You get a notification on your door lock and open it or close it or see if anybody's come in when they shouldn't have. It's a really cool application and really kind of obviates the need for regular door lock. There's lots of other things too. For example, one of the applications I really love is kind of irrigation controllers, right? It could be large scale commercial farms, or it could be just your backyard where you have sprinkler systems. I don't know about you, but programming the little sprinkler head box is really a pain. And then if you think you've got it all figured out to sprinkle 3 days a week for 20 minutes, and then the rain comes in, and then what are you going to do? You're going to run out and reprogram it. I love the idea of I just pull up my smartphone and rain's coming in, system off. Rain's gone, system on, or add another day of sprinkling, or take off another day of sprinkling. And all the technology is really ready for that. You can have Wi-Fi in the irrigation box. You could have wireless sensors in the sprinkler heads. It's another really great application. And there's many more. One thing I'll point out is kind of standards, right? So there's a lot of standards, especially in wireless, that are trying to compete for, hey, I'm the IoT standard. There's a Zigbee and Z-Wave and Thread and LoRa and all kinds of things going on, BLE, and a lot of those technologies are very good. But I think we need to kind of settle down to a couple different standards. Just if you're looking at the history of Wi-Fi, for example, in the early days, in the late 90s, a lot of different wireless technologies were competing to be the wireless LAN for the home or for the office. It wasn't until we settled on Wi-Fi then the market really took off. And I think you'll see a similar thing happen. It doesn't mean there has to be one standard. For example, you might have some kind of a cellular LTE, 4G or 5G standard for IoT for things that are outside of infrastructure that you can control, wide area networking. I personally believe that Wi-Fi will have a very big role for indoor networking. It automatically connects to the cloud. It's something that everybody's very comfortable with. It's something that everybody knows how to use. And if we can get the power down, which is something that we're working on, we can do a lot in terms of making Wi-Fi very applicable for IoT. So when we see these kind of standards kind of settle in, main standard, leading standard for wide area networking, a main standard like Wi-Fi for local area indoor networking, and maybe another standard for short range point-to-point, then I think we'll start to see some of this really come together a little bit better. As a couple of years tick by, we're going to get away from just the big hype of IoT like one big umbrella. These forecasts, IoT is going to be billions and billions and billions of devices. Well, maybe that's true, but I think we'll settle down into, well, there's the industrial internet, and there's things that they're doing in manufacturing and those type of applications, and then there's things in the business, then there's things in consumer. It'll settle down to the applications that really make a lot of sense and add a lot of value, things that really save money, save time, and really make the application more compelling. Those are the things that are going to, kind of win out. Some of the examples I mentioned before with door locks or irrigation controllers and home thermostats. Even think about your car, right? If you had, the ability to know whether for example, your motor oil needed to be changed, rather than just doing the old every 3,500 miles, or you knew where your tire pressure was. Anything where a wireless sensor and a wireless device could actually add value and make it more compelling, to you, the user, and for the business to market to you. Those are the applications, right? And things that save money and save time and really add productivity. I think we'll settle into those applications in the future, in the near future, actually. We're strong believers in Wi-Fi having a very big role for IoT. So we're working on a brand new, very, very, very low power Wi-Fi chip that's going to really enable a lot of Wi-Fi applications that run on batteries and really give them multi-year battery life, where Wi-Fi chips have not been able to do that to date. So we're very, very excited about this prospect of enabling multi-year battery life for Wi-Fi in many IoT applications, starting with consumer, but also in industrial, commercial, and other applications.